Okay everyone, welcome to my first video of 2026. So I'm gonna start off the year by doing what I do every single year on January 1st, and that's rank the top 10 best wrestlers of the year that just ended. And in this case, 2025 just ended. And I gotta say, 2025, yesterday, obviously, I talked about how WWE was underwhelming in 2025. But there were still wrestlers that had a great year despite, the product being pretty bad, or underwhelming rather. Maybe I can use the word bad because there were a lot of bad moments and bad booking decisions, so I guess we can say it was a bad year. Um, but here I'm gonna rank the 10 best wrestlers of 2025. And the thing is, I did not really watch any other wrestling promotion other than WWE. And that kind of sucks because I heard all about how great AEW was this year and how great other promotions were, or mostly AEW. I mean, I did watch here and there, but I didn't really watch it consistently. Like I did not watch it every week like I did WWE. Um, so basically, the every single wrestler that is going to be ranked on this top 10, all of them are from WWE. And yeah, the top 10 best wrestlers of 2025, and all of them are from WWE because I seriously did not watch any other company like that. And so yeah, uh, let's start from number 10. So I'm gonna go all the way from 10 to 1, and obviously number 1 is the person that had the best year, or basically the superstar of the year. But I'm gonna start off at number 10. So at number 10, I put Stephanie Vaquer, because I think Stephanie had a pretty solid year. Stephanie won the Evolution Battle, or the reason Stephanie was put in at number 10 is because I feel like Stephanie didn't do much like the first 6 or 7 months of 2025. Like, Stephanie didn't really do too much. But then Evolution came, and then Stephanie won the that battle royal, that Evolution, to become the number one contender for the world championship. And Stephanie actually won the female world championship from was it Io Sky at WrestlePalooza? No, it was the because the championship was vacated by Naomi. I remember that. And I remember, yeah, Stephanie won the belt, and then ever since then, Stephanie has been the champion. So Stephanie has had a pretty solid year, and obviously, what people like, you can't talk about Stephanie Vaquer without talking about the finisher. Man, the finisher is crazy. That's what I can say. So yeah, at number 10 comes Stephanie Vaquer. I'm not really a big fan of Stephanie, but she had a great year, so I'm gonna give her this number 10 spot. And at number 9, I put Tiffany Stratton. And the reason I put Tiffany above Stephanie is because Tiffany was like doing great stuff consistently. Tiffany cashed in her Money in the Bank contract on the first SmackDown of the year to become the champion, and Tiffany was the WWE Women's Champion for pretty much the entire year, like from January until November. Like, that's almost the entire year, so that's pretty impressive. And Tiffany obviously had some pretty, big defenses, like beating Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. That storyline was very weird, though, like between Stephanie and Tiffany. And yeah, Tiffany had a pretty solid year. And yeah. So at number 8, I put Io Sky. Io Sky had a great year. I mean, Io Sky won the championship from Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Championship, on a episode of Raw in March. And then Io Sky, in my opinion, had the two best female matches of 2025. That match with Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania was arguably the best female match of the year. And then that Evolution match with Rhea Ripley was also fantastic. It really was that great. Uh, so Io Sky does deserve to be in the top 10 in my opinion, because when it comes to in-ring work, I think Io Sky was definitely one of the best. And at number 7, I put Gunther. Gunther, in my opinion, he had a pretty strong year. I mean, was it better than his 2024? I don't know about that. I mean, in 2024, he won the world title. He won King of the Ring. He did a lot of great stuff. But this year, I mean, he was the world champion for a lot of the year. And he retired not just Goldberg, but also retired John Cena, which is insane that Gunther has become kind of this new legend killer. No disrespect to Randy Orton, but Gunther has kind of became this new legend killer by retiring every legend. Gunther was a world champion for a lot of the year. He lost the world title twice this year. At WrestleMania, which to Jey Uso by tap out, which was pretty embarrassing, and lost to CM Punk at SummerSlam in that amazing match. But overall, Gunther had a pretty solid year compared to a lot of people. And you guys just heard that I mentioned Jey Uso. At number 6, I put Jey Uso. Now I know a lot of people might be mad that I put Jey Uso in the top 10. But I mean, if we think about it, Jey Uso had a great year. I mean, when it comes to fan support, he probably didn't have the best year. But he had a pretty great year when it comes to accomplishments, and this is what I said in yesterday's video. I mean, Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Even though nobody thought he was going to win, he still won the Royal Rumble by eliminating John Cena in the final two, which was insane. Jey Uso won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania from Gunther, which was a huge moment. Jay was the champion for 51 days, which was not a long time, but still he had a world title run. And he was consistently in the main event picture on Raw. He was he was almost always in the top programs. He had a lot of main events and a lot of he was just involved in with the main event a lot this year, which was a big deal for Jey Uso. And yeah, Jay had a great year despite what the critics say. He had a pretty great year. Yeet. And then now we are in the top five. In the top five. So now I'm going to say the top five best wrestlers of the year. So at number five, I put Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch had the best. Like when it comes to females, I think Becky Lynch was the best female of the year. So, I mean, Becky Lynch just made the female Intercontinental Championship relevant. Like, Becky Lynch really made that title prestigious. Becky had great matches with Lyra Valkyria, like, on multiple occasions. And Becky Lynch was also AJ Lee's first opponent at WrestlePalooza. That mixed tag match which was AJ Lee's first match in over 10 years in WWE. And it was CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. In my opinion, that was the best match from WrestlePalooza. And yeah, Becky Lynch just was a workhorse this year. Like, Becky did a lot of great stuff. Great matches, great promos. Roasted the crap out of Nikki Bella that one time with the, you can't see, your ex-husband anymore, John Cena. That was a pretty great roast. I guess one thing I can say about Becky was that, like, one negative thing is that the Nikki Bella match in Paris sucked. And I kind of feel like it was both of them's fault because Becky also did some awkward botches in that match, not just Nikki. But overall, I think Becky had a pretty good 2025. It was Becky's best year in a long time because I don't think Becky Lynch has really had a very strong year since like 2019, which was basically Becky Lynch's year, which yeah, was a long time ago. But at number 5, I put Becky Lynch. And at number 4, now we are at the number 4 spot, I put CM Punk. CM Punk had a pretty great year in 2025. I mean, CM Punk was far more consistent in 2025 than he was in 2024, which I think nobody can take away from him. He was consistently on Monday Night Raw. He was one of the top stars. And I think the biggest accomplishment CM Punk had this year, which I think even Punk would say, I mean, yeah, he won the World Heavyweight Championship twice, but he also got to main event WrestleMania. And I know some people might say that, he didn't actually main event WrestleMania because he main evented Night 1. But I mean, WWE count Night 1 as as a main event, which means, yeah, CM Punk did main event WrestleMania. And CM Punk also, he was also just like Jey Uso involved with the top programs throughout the year with Seth Rollins and the Vision and stuff like that. And CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion currently after he defeated Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event. And Punk also had some great matches this year, like the WrestleMania Triple Threat with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns was great. The SummerSlam match with Gunther was great. Punk cut some great promos, like the one after Elimination Chamber, where he cooked The Rock and John Cena on the mic, calling them bold frauds. Punk had a pretty good year. His in my opinion, 2025 was his best year so far after his return. But at the same time, I mean, the Drew McIntyre rivalry in 2024 was goated, but he Punk was way more consistent this year than he was last year. That I think nobody can take away from him. Okay, now we are in the top three. So at number three, speaking of Seth Rollins, number three goes to Seth Rollins. And I know some people might say that Seth was the superstar of the year because he won a lot of things. Seth won the main event of night one of WrestleMania. He beat CM Punk and Roman Reigns. He pinned Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania night one. And he stole Paul Heyman from Roman and Punk. Seth Rollins formed the Vision faction with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. He won Money in the Bank, even though a lot of people wanted LA Knight to win. But I mean, doesn't matter. Seth Rollins was the one who won, and Seth Rollins cashed in at SummerSlam in that epic moment where he faked an injury at the Saturday night's main event before, and he cashed in on CM Punk after Punk had won the world title from Gunther. And Seth had that cold moment where he basically took off his knee brace and threw away his crutches and just ran to the ring and cashed in and beat CM Punk's ass to become the new world champion. And Seth Rollins also had a great match with Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel where he beat Cody for the first time and won the Crown Jewel championship. And after that, Seth got injured. He actually got injured in the Cody match by tearing his pec. So yeah, Seth had a great year, but there's two people I think had a better year than him. At number two, this might shock some people, but I actually put John Cena at number two, not number. I know some people would put Cena at number one, because this year was pretty much all about John Cena and his retirement tour, and John did do some great stuff. Even though we can talk about how the heel run was underwhelming, and we had some pretty bad moments, like the Brock Lesnar match at WrestlePalooza. And a lot of like the WrestleMania main event was bad, but John Cena did do a lot of stuff. Like he was in the final two at the Royal Rumble. He won the Elimination Chamber and then turned heel, which was the most shocking moment of the year by attacking Cody Rhodes and selling his soul to The Rock. John Cena won his 17th WWE Championship at WrestleMania by beating Cody Rhodes, which was an awful moment because of Travis Scott. But still, he won 17th and he had a title run. He beat people like Randy Orton, CM Punk, R-Truth. And then at SummerSlam, he had a 5-star classic with Cody Rhodes for the championship where he lost. And then after that, Cena went back to being a babyface. And that's actually where his retirement tour started to get better. The Logan Paul match in Paris was pretty good. The Sami Zayn match on SmackDown was good. The AJ Styles match at Crown Jewel was match of the year, in my opinion. And his Intercontinental Championship victory from Dominic Mysterio was pretty awesome. So John Cena had some awesome moments, and the Gunther match was pretty okay. It wasn't as good as a lot of other matches John had, like the Cody match at SummerSlam or the AJ match or the Sammy match. But still, Cena had he did do a lot of great stuff this year. And now it's time to say who I think is number one, who I think is the superstar of the year. This might not shock a lot of people because I am the biggest fan of this guy. This guy is my favorite wrestler, and I genuinely believe 2025 was his year. So I'm here to announce that for the third year in a row, my superstar of the year is none other than the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, in my opinion, was the superstar of the year for a lot of reasons. In my opinion, Cody Rhodes' in-ring performance was better than anyone's. I mean, just look at his matches. The Royal Rumble ladder match with Kevin Owens was phenomenal. In the King of the Ring tournament where he won, he had excellent matches with people like Jey Uso and Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes won King of the Ring this year. And he also gave John Cena's best match in nearly 10 years at SummerSlam when he beat John Cena to become the champion for the second time. and Cody Rhodes was consistently Cody was the undisputed champion for most of the year, and Cody was in the main event for the entire year pretty much. I don't think anybody or aside from John Cena, I don't think anybody main evented more PLEs than Cody Rhodes this year. So yeah, in my opinion, Cody Rhodes is the superstar of the year. He had a very awesome year. And man, I think 2026 is gonna be another great year for Cody. It's gonna be yeah, and Cody also had some great promos this year, like the one with Cena in London, where he where he said that John Cena, you know, has more dick in his promo than he has in his jorts, and yeah. And Cody also had that banger promo before War Games where he said that War Games is his birthright and stuff. So yeah, those are my top 10 best WWE wrestlers of 2025. At number 10, I put Stephanie Vaquer. Number 9, Tiffany Stratton. Number 8, Io Sky. Number 7, Gunther. Number 6, Jey Uso, Yeet. Number 5, Becky Lynch. Number 4, CM Punk. Number 3, Seth Rollins. Number 2, John Cena. And number 1, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the superstar of the year for the third year in a row. Let's see if he can win for a fourth time in a row next year. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was my ranking. This was my first video of 2026. I'm looking forward to this year. Hopefully WWE is better this year than it was a year ago. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out, like, subscribe, and Happy New Year.